type for high school movies if you don't see the originals. John Hughes, Mario Van Peebles, Penelope Spheris, Sally Potter, George Lucas. I mean, look at Splendor in the Grass. Could there be any better narrative about teenage heartbreak, loss, stagnancy, and the fragility of the human mind?
It's got to be a rhetorical question.
Yes, Miles, welcome back to First Take. We are coming to you live from above the Heineken River Deck at Pier 17, and we are joined by actor and NBA Junior Ambassador Miles Brown, whose new movie, Boy Genius, hits the theaters on Friday. Congratulations on the movie coming out, but I want to talk about your hoop knowledge because I see you everywhere. I saw you at All-Star Weekend. I see you at games. Like, you're a basketball guy.
I've got to go. I mean, I grew up loving the NBA. My dream's always been to play in the NBA. So it's my favorite sport. Basketball is my favorite sport. I play it all the time. So I always got to come here and drop by and say what's up to you guys. And
What's your go-to move?
Probably when I'm playing.
Yeah, when you're
playing. Like I dribble down either a pull-up jumper or a double crossover and then take it to the hole.
Oh, okay. So you're a scorer.
Exactly.
Damon, you played any hoops for fun? Anything? You got any skills?
No, my skills is gone. My skills gone. I got torn Achilles. My skills is gone right now. So I live through my kids. Yeah.
Oh, Marcus is here with us. Marcus, what's up? Marcus, you got any basketball game? I know you're a football guy, but do you have any hoop skills?
Just check the resume, Roz. It's out there. It's out there. Hey, Miles.
All right, let's get to some hoops then. What's up? What's up,
Miles,
Marcus?
you gotta learn how to do that sham guard, man. That's gonna get you past defenders.
I already got that's in my arsenal right there.
All right, there you go.
I got you. I got you.
Okay, well, let's see your basketball knowledge arsenal as well, because we want to see, will Carmelo ever play in the NBA again? Watch out for the Nets, because according to The Athletic, their two new stars, Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving, are pushing Brooklyn to sign the former All-Star. And Carmelo told TMZ he would love to play in the New York suburb, calling KD and Kyrie family. So, Miles, I'll start with you. What do you think Melo could bring to the Nets?
This is a tough question because I have my personal feelings and then I have my feelings related to, basketball and like what I think is, good. For me, as Miles, I really hope Carmelo, plays for the Nets or, to be honest, any team, because I want to see Melo, still playing the league. This is probably going to be one of his last seasons, so I just want to see him out there. I mean, he's looking pretty good if you look at his footage on his Instagram and stuff. But I feel like he could bring, I don't know if this is going to be his last season or not, but if it is, it's just going to bring so many memories to the league, and everybody's going to be, if he retires, everybody's going to be, glad that he's here, and I feel like, just to see him play out one more time, I just want to see him out there. So, yeah.
Listen, go ahead, Marcus. Go ahead.
I think for this year in particular, with KD being out, he'll bring buckets. They'll use Carmelo to his strength in Brooklyn as far as being able to score. Look, Carmelo can still give you 15 a game. He's a walking 15 still in the NBA because he can shoot over anybody, and his mid-range game has been one of the best in the NBA. So I think he adds that element, especially in this particular year. The thing that concerns me beyond that is when you bring KD back, then where does Carmelo fit into the equation? Spencer Dinwiddie is there, who really was the brightest spot for the Brooklyn Nets last year as far as scoring points. So with KD, Kyrie, and then you add Melo to the mix, I'm talking beyond this year, where does Melo fit into that equation? Because now in the NBA, you got to defend as well, because people are playing isolation. They pulling you away from the goal. So I wonder where Melo fits once KD gets back. This particular year, though, I think Kyrie could use him in a major way because Melo can get buckets against anybody.
Right, and not only is KD projected to be out for potentially the whole of the season, Wilson Chandler was just suspended for 25 games for violating the anti-drug usage policy. I mean, that opens something up for Melo, right?
Oh, absolutely. I think Marcus hit it on the head. Listen, Melo is a walking bucket. No one can question as far as his scoring ability. I think the one question that everybody had with Melo, would he be willing to accept a certain role? You heard that in Houston. The whistles about that. But I think just being out there and Carmelo hearing all the noise, I think it was a humbling experience for Carmelo. Listen, I don't think anyone that's going to have Carmelo on their roster knows that Carmelo is a liability on defense. But that's not why you bring Carmelo in. Carmelo is going to bring scoring. Like I said, Carmelo can probably wake up, roll out of bed, and give you 15 a night. There's no question as far as that's concerned. And the fact that Carmelo, New York loves Carmelo. And I think just being a veteran guy, Carmelo can definitely add some type of value in that locker room for some of the younger players, because the Brooklyn Nets are a pretty young team as far as their roster is concerned.
I'm totally with you. It would be really nice to see Melo come back and be in New York in his home. But let's go from one coast to the next. Miles, a lot of the attention is on LA right now. You've got LeBron's Lakers and AD that is there now. And then you have the Clippers, too, with Kawhi and Paul George. So where do you see that one, the Battle of LA?
Oh, you better be coming correct. I'm a Lakers fan, so I'm going to be watching.
Hey,
I'm
so
listening.
Look,
I'm listening.
So, I mean, first of all, before I even, explain that, I've been a Cavalier LeBron fan for, like, my whole life.
Are you a Cavs fan or are you a LeBron's fan?
I mean, when I was born in 2004. So that was the year after he already got drafted. So he was on the Cavs. So I pretty much just became a both. I became a fan of the Cavs and LeBron.
Okay.
So when he went to the Heat, I supported the Heat because, I wanted to see him win. But at the same time, I was still a Cavs fan. And still to this day, even when he's on the Lakers, I'm glad that he's here in the West Coast. Not here, but where I'm from. And I don't know. I got to say the Lakers. The people saying Paul George and Kawhi going to the Clippers is like going to make the Clippers win the championship this year. And they probably might. They might. But I got the Lakers this year. I don't know. It's just I feel like people are not respecting the Lakers enough this year. They got so many good players. I don't know why people are forgetting the amount of talent that the Lakers have.
Listen, first and foremost, I am a Lakers fan. I'm a unabashed Lakers fan, so I'm gonna always tout the purple and gold. And to me, it's pretty simple. Okay, we talk about the Los Angeles Clippers and all the additions that they have, and obviously Steve Ballmer, the owner, and Doc Rivers, and the front office. Everyone touts all that, but you know what I tout? I tout all the banners. Okay, all the banners that we have in Los Angeles, and that's still relevant until the Clippers are able to do something as far as getting banners in the arena. I still can't put respect on their name. They're still always, to me, they're always going to be looked at as like a little brother. They're always going to be looked. Yeah, you heard me. They're always going to be looked at as a little brother until they get some semblance of championships out there in Los Angeles.
Marcus, who you got?
We ain't talking about no history right now. We talking about
who's
the headliner in Los Angeles right now. It's the Clippers. No question. It's the LA Clippers.
No
is
question.
The
You're talking, wait a minute, hold on. With LeBron and Anthony Davis, you going to say no question?
Tell us why, Marcus.
You disrespecting those boys right now.
I'm not disrespecting them. I guarantee you, I'm on record as being the biggest LeBron fan in the history of LeBron fans. Don't get me wrong. But I also got to be honest. The headliner in LA right now is the Los Angeles Clippers. Not only because of what they did with Kawhi Leonard and Paul George getting to that team that was already a really good team. Let's not forget, Doc Rivers is the coach for the Clippers, and Vogel is the coach for the LA Lakers. Let's not forget that the Clippers are building their own house right now to play basketball in. Let's not forget that Kawhi Leonard led the Toronto Raptors to the NBA World Championship last year. The headliner in Los Angeles, as much as it pains me to say, because I have to go against LeBron James and the Los Angeles Lakers, the Clippers are headlining LA right now at this moment.
That's tough.
Marcus and Miles, okay, both of y'all said you are LeBron experts. So do you think now, with him having his first full off season in 9 years, do you think he could be having an MVP season this year?
Yes.
Yeah?
I've been calling it. I've been watching a lot of these people saying that LeBron is going to have a really good year this season. I could just sense it. Like, I'm a LeBron expert, so I know when a good season is coming. I can know when a decent season is coming. I know this season is going to be really good. He's got Anthony Davis. He's got the teammates. I don't know. I feel like normally the past few seasons he's been trying to dish out to his teammates and get them more involved. But I could just sense it. I could just feel it. Plus, look, if the Lakers and the Clippers go into conference finals, every game is going to be in LA, which is just a plus for me. I want to just go watch every game. Exactly. I'm going to be a Staples Center. Exactly.
How many years LeBron been in the league? About 16 or so? You about 14?
I'm 14.
14 of his years of his career. You're an expert on it. You're
Since he
calling an
was a
MVP
baby.
season on him. Now, real quick, Miles, who do you have winning the East?
I'm thinking the Bucks, but I want to say the Celtics at the same time. I said the same thing last year. I just don't know. I feel like, with Giannis winning MVP, it just shows. I really, I liked his game a lot. I wanted him to go in the dunk contest last year because, he's been in his rookie year, I think it was. And I don't know. I feel like either the Clippers, not the Clippers, the Celtics or the Bucks. So I don't know about that one.
I mean, it is the biggest oxymoron to go against a boy genius. I don't even know how you do that. But I'm gonna try. Miles, I see what you're saying with the Bucks. I think it's the 76ers. And I think it's because of Al Horford. Al Horford is going to change the dynamic of that team, man. And if Ben Simmons finds any semblance of a jump shot 10 to 15 feet away from the goal, this team is stacked with two of the most prolific NBA players, in my opinion, in the league. So I love Giannis. I like that they got the Lopez brothers. I like Chris. I like all of these guys. But I'm telling you, man, Al Horford is going to change the mentality in Philly. And I wouldn't be surprised if Philly makes it to the NBA champion into the finals this year.
It pains me to say, but I agree with Marcus on this one. Yeah, listen, I got the Sixers too for a lot of the same reasons Marcus talked about. I think Al Horford is going to bring a different mentality, bring a different toughness. You know, I think he's going to get Joel Embiid. He's going to show Joel Embiid what the professionalism looks like, making sure you're in shape, doing the little things in order to become a champion. And like you said, if Ben Simmons can just find a jump shot from on the back of the milk carton, boy, could you imagine how good the Philadelphia 76ers would be? I think all those things start to happen this year. I think they come out of the Eastern Conference.
All right, thank you guys. Miles, thank you so much for blessing us with your basketball knowledge.
Thank you for letting me come over here.
For sure, anytime. It's so good seeing you.